Hey, improv gangsters. Big class this Saturday. We're going to work on some cool stuff, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. For those of you that haven't come to class, improv is a great way of, that's just a great art form. Not only learning the art of improv, but also uh, a list of psychological benefits, gaining confidence in our own voice. A couple other things I want to highlight: feeling comfortable around other people, being able to engage in a group or social setting, and feeling more comfortable than the other people. It's a big deal, actually, and improv training pays off on that big time. The other thing that I've been talking about recently, as it relates to presentations, public speaking, that sort of thing, is that if we are public speaking and we get really nervous and we freeze up and we panic, improv training pays off huge because we learn to really roll with it. So if I were to walk up and present in front of people, and this is true, if I were to walk up in front of people and forgot what I was saying, I would just go, "Hey, oh my god, I just totally forgot what I was saying." Like it would just be a natural thing, as opposed to be making some monster of it and freaking out about it. So now I'll just be like, "Hey, I forgot what I was saying. Where am I again? Okay, I'm at work. We're talking about. Oh, that's right. I got it right here. Here we go." So those are some of the psychological things that a lot of improv training can help with. Now, I want to get into some technical stuff. To those of you that have been coming to class and are working on your craft. Um, so, huh, this idea of yes and agreeing with and supporting our partner, whatever our partner brings into whatever they bring into the scene, whatever they create, we support the heck out of it, and we yes and agree with it, and we add on to it. It's actually quite hard to do when we're first starting out in improv. We'll find ourselves in a lot of conflict and denying. I actually did it last week. So I was in a class where the instructor was trying to have each actor have their own point of view. And this is an important thing. So there's two steps to what I'm trying to get across here. One is this coach is trying to get us to have a point of view, an attitude, some sort of characteristic that we're bringing into the scene. Even though we have no idea what the scene's going to be about, we're going to bring in a quality, a deal, a point of view, a characteristic into that scene. And then whatever we develop in that scene will be through that lens. And he was trying to get both two-person scenes. He was trying to get both people to do this. Well, I found mine, I had mine, but I still denied. And this was the context. He asked us to think of a song and to have that emanate and uh, inform who our character was going to be. Well, I thought of Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon. So I walked in and I had a little bit of a cool, calm, hey, baby, like everything's going to be smooth, rat packy kind of thing. Well, I walked in and I had that quality. The suggestion for the scene was baseball. And my scene partner walked in and said, "Hey, I really wanted to talk to you about me moving in, us moving in together." And he kind of said it nervously. And I denied it. And I said, "Hey, baby, let's not talk about that right now. We got a game coming up." And so I'm playing my character, but I'm denying what he's offered. And the scene went off the rails from that point. We're already like not in agreement. I've already denied his offering. And it's interesting for me, with as long as I've been doing it, to still fall into that trap. And that's one that I often fall into. So that's a lot of where my work is. The other way to play that, which is always a good option for any of us to be doing, is to so I have this cool character. Guy wants to talk in about moving in. Yeah, baby, let's move in together. I've already moved your stuff in. I've built bunk beds. You know, and so I'm taking his thing, I'm using the character and the point of view I had, and I'm agreeing with him, and now we're off to the races. And that would have been something funny. Now, of course, we could have still stumbled on it, but if we would have kept that vibe, and not only did I do it once, I did it twice in the same class. The next scene I came out with, I was playing a cool guy, and I was combing my hair, and I was like, playing another characteristic. And a guy, my scene partner, runs out and makes this initiation where he says, "Hey, tents are only $10. This tent's only $10." And I'm like, it threw me. I'm sitting there and I'm still combing my hair in the mirror, and I look over at him, and I was like confused, and I went, hey, I don't care about that tent. I mean, I literally said something like, just the worst denial ever. Now that one's a little bit trickier for me to reconcile in my head as to how I could have agreed. But the idea is tents are the coolest thing. $10 tents. What are we selling tents here? Hey, we got $10 tents here, honey. Tell you what, and I could be cool guy and be a tent salesman and just go with what he's bringing. And then he gets to play his characteristic out and I get to play mine out. And it was after class I went, "Oh my god, like that's just breaking the such basic rules of improv." So whatever your partner comes up and says, "I want a divorce," great idea. "I want to do this." Hey, that's a great idea. Everything's a great idea. And you're so supportive of it that you're moving their idea forward. So we're going to work on that this Saturday. God, this feels long-winded. Hope to see you Saturday. Email, text, call with any questions. See you in the improv circles.